It's the first one. Got. Because I'm not in the hot seat.
Right on, right on. We are trying to get going, and there we go. We're back. Another episode, the MP Insider. Kind of a cool, unique, special episode today, too. Something different. Some new vibe we're trying to mess with, and obviously we have a new products to talk about, and we're doing something a little bit different today. Veterans Day. And you notice the one camera on my side where normally DJ Eddie Express sits for me. We have one of our other team members on the marketing group, Jesse, also known as DJ Tissum. Give him a little shout out. Follow him on IG. He's actually a veteran as well. And so we figured what better way to do it. He's a very gifted DJ, was a radio live on air disc jockey here for Southern California. And did something cool and did something different. So thanks, man, for coming and hanging out.
It's a pleasure. It's definitely a good time working here at MP and then also being a part of this marketing team and also a part of the MP Insider.
Got him jammed up right now. You're a little nervous. I like it. Normally, DJ Tissum's is on the other side, and he's the one that usually helps with the engineering side of stuff, does a lot of camera stuff. His specialty within the marketing group is the videography side of things. As well as some of the graphic designs and so forth. So, well, your eyes are still good. Oh, thank you. Okay. Good. Lucas, that's what it is. Oh, gosh. Anyhow, so I just thought it'd be cool. So, we'll kind of talk a little bit about that, and then we'll get into some beat up stuff. But, with that being said, Jesse, you did serve this country and for the United States Coast Guard, correct?
Definitely. I served 7 years in the United States Coast Guard. I went in 2006 and got out in 2013.
That's cool, man. So it was just a cool, different vibe for us to share like what we're doing here. It's very impactful for what you guys do and for all the armed forces do for this country and for the people and everything else, especially in these crazy times that we're living in every single day. And I think it's important to give you guys your credit when credit is due, and this is your day, man. And obviously it's so important, and thank you for what you guys have done, and as they say, welcome home,
Thank you. I appreciate that. And before we move forward, today actually is the 245th Marine Corps birthday, so big birthday to all the Devil Dogs out there. I know it's a big day for everybody.
Heck yeah.
And so a couple of Marine vets.
Yeah, there we go.
I got to just shout out Glenn Peña, Octavio Reteria, Vanessa Lopez, and Mike Medina. Yo, it's your birthday. Marine Corps birthday, so yeah.
We charge good money for MP Insider shout-outs, though, I need some product. We need something downstairs. We got to get going. But no, it's, from us to you guys and from the MP family to your family, that's a special bond that you guys will have for the rest of your lives to remember. And I think it's very cool. I think the bond that the Marines and all armed forces share is something that it's something special. I got to witness it doing the Vegas to Reno stuff with the Wounded Warrior guys, the Warrior Built Project, and those guys have a special bond, man, and it's something awesome and powerful. And
No, it's crazy, and as being in the Coast Guard, I'm considered the smallest in the military. Well, we were the smallest in the military up till the new Space Force, but that's a different story. But with that being said, like anywhere I go, smaller than the New York
Yeah.
Police Department. So our mission in the Coast Guard it's fairly big. It's not only here in the U.S., but it expands all over the world. And I got to travel and do some really extreme things, as far as in the Coast Guard, going overseas to the Asia side, the past like to the Middle East and down south, and really do a lot of the core missions of teaching others and then also enforcing the laws and regulations that keeps us civil, I guess.
that's cool, man. Yeah, Brad, thank you. I mean, that's what we tell them too. Thank you for your service. We got guys checking in, Patrick Carney checking in, Alex, all those guys. It's cool, and it's in the hustle and bustle and the joking aside. I mean, we're a real tight knit group here. We're just a marketing group, and for us to do the things we do and joke and tease and razz and even playing Call of Duty at night. I mean, we all have a good time together. But again, kudos to you, man. Thank you for the service. It really means a lot to me. I'm pro a lot of stuff. So
No, it's really cool even seeing that there's a group out there that unifies other veterans. And once I got out of the Coast Guard, every branch is like, my branch is the best. But once you get out, it's all our branches are the best because we're all at, like literally one big group. And so we find ourselves connecting far more than when we were active duty in a sense, and
the stories of
the stories are similar, like from beginning to end type of thing, which some are a little bit more, but some of them are a little less. But in the essence, it's the same start to the finish. And I found myself growing more with other veterans as I progress and being able to identify with them, being able to have that connection, and each veteran will extend it all the way to the end, and
that's dope. That's dope, man. It's just that's what it's about, and it's cool to have you just come sit in impromptu. We wanted to have some fun today. We're super slammed, obviously getting ready for everything. We're all working diligently on the new catalog and preparation for it. He's one of the members, just like Eddie is, and the other rest of the guys on the marketing side. So, but I just figured it cool,
yeah, we had to give Eddie a little break.
A
little break to get out of the office for a second.
I think he's having fun just watching you squirm a little bit on the front of the camera.
Right?
He's
it's so different though. I mean, being behind the cameras and even just doing like the radio side without any of the cameras or being live and talking is way different than just doing a stream on Facebook or Twitch or whatnot, like DJ wise.
I mean, only 30 or 40,000 people are going to watch this throughout this month. So.
Even after, right? But I'm thankful. Like I said, it's really a great thing to be able to have this communication, because a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes. Everybody just says thank you to a vet.
Yeah.
And to be able to have the open doors and be able to have the comfort to come into work and have that opportunity to share with other people some knowledge or your craft and not be just kind of labeled, oh yeah, cool, you're just a vet. It goes beyond that.
Heck yeah.
And so as for me, I've grown as far as this being my main job, like from when I got out, and I went from getting out of the Coast Guard to school to this being my first job. So it's definitely moving forward. And not everybody gets that opportunity.
Yeah.
We have some vets that unfortunately gets the best out of them. And for that, like I'm one of the lucky ones. In a sense.
Yeah. It's just it's the opportunity to be thankful for what you have and where you're at. And then to, get an opportunity and to give opportunities as they come to you. And I know your bond runs deep and you're sentimental in a lot of ways. So you're gonna help out when you can, and that's what's cool. And that's for us. I mean, for what we saw, even for you, I'll speak with you. Even for what we saw early on, it's necessarily not a car guy, but a graphically creative dude, fresh out of the military, wanting to try to explore his craft and rough around the edges. But we're gonna work through it, and we're gonna make it badass, and we're gonna groom you and hopefully make you into some badass dude. That you already are a badass, in my opinion. But yeah, man, it's not an easy thing to do. So it's cool. It's been good. Thank you for all of it.
I appreciate it. Thank you for everything too.
No, man, it's all good. So yeah, guys, something different to kick the show off, some little different vibe, just to appreciate where we all came from. And questions are already coming in. Go ahead, fire away. So yeah, we're good. We saw, or I already see Danny Torres spotting the valve covers. Yes, we will talk about those, I guess, right out of the gate. One of the new products that we didn't showcase. Right. The new Moroso billet valve cover. This is all sheet metal, as you can see. Has a nice billet flange on the edge here. Machined with the O-ring sealing. You probably can't quite see with the reflection of the lights. Yeah, it has a provision for the bung already welded in. There you go. Shaking like, can't say do too many jokes. But they got the bung already welded in. High rocker stands, clears high lift rockers. I mean, these things have been a year and some in the making. You guys saw these as a teaser, although they look similar to what we had at SEMA for display and PRI. They do have a little bit different shape, a little bit different height, and so forth. So these are some of the things that that we put together. So good in stock. Why are they not on the website, Corey? Because we just launched them 24 hours ago, and we'll get them on the website. We wanted to shoot them better, and we had to shoot them properly rather than the artsy-fartsy stuff to put on IG, but to really put them clean. So, wink, order them up. By the time they get on the website, they'll already be sold out probably. They're flying off the thing fast. So, yeah, need them. Contact your local MP dealer for pricing. I think it's part number 8853 or something like that. I could double check. But yeah, those are good in stock, ready to ship. The other items that you probably saw, we talked about a little bit, was the Wilwood calipers. The colors are available and in stock now. We have the red and the black, along with the factory gunmetal finish. So those are already in stock and ready to rock and roll. We're having some fun there with the cameras. All right. So yeah, those things are here and ready to rock and roll, and more colors coming soon, guys. We're working on some new design, new colors. It's pretty disgusting that I memorized that part number for the Morosos already, 8853. So, got it. There you go. Those are already in stock. How's everybody else doing today on a Tuesday? Bobby Miller checking in, Big Nasty. Guys, they got a big event coming up this weekend at Verona. Bobby, is that a Saturday and a Sunday, or is it just a Sunday race with a Saturday qualifying? Give us some feedback on that stuff. Wink, you probably know as well. Chime in. Verona drag strip down there in San Diego County. Bitchin' 8th mile track. Damn thing, it's got a great hook surface and should be good as long as the weather don't get too cold and that moisture coming through the canyon there. It'll be different. Lucas, you have new bumpers for the 11. Yes. The only bumper you should be worried about, Lucas, for Rage of the River will be the back bumper. So get a good look at that.
Make sure you don't lose it, right?
Yeah. It's all this dude talking shit all year long and ain't never raced his car once. Get it. As Patrick would say, you got head up. We'll get you on Orange Thorpe Dragway. We can see we were practicing the other night doing some testing.
I think he's just not down.
My show is the weekend 2 in Parker. Well, oh yeah, that's right. Lucas has a show in Parker, so feel free to plug your show, Lucas. If you would have sent me a flyer in advance, I would have gladly shared it on the show. Man, I got my family checking in here today. My grandma's checking in on the show. This is kind of cool. Yeah, Wink. So Saturday night, right, Winks? Sunday only, Saturday night checking in. There we go, Bobby. Thanks for checking in on that one. Sunday event. I have you on the VIP list, Carl. Thanks, Bobby. So it should be really cool. There's a lot of, I think everybody's just itching to go racing and having some fun. So again, Verona Sunday, go down there. I'll be out there, gonna hang out, shoot some video, shoot some footage, get some great shots. If you want me to shoot your car while we're out there, I'll do my best. Come by and see me. We'll be roaming around. It'll be cool, and it should be good. And then don't forget Lucas Hands event. I'll share that show flyer again on IG. Lucas, you sent them and tagged them to me on Instagram, but I never got the formal. So get that over to me, and I'll make sure we share it out there for you guys to help this thing rolling. There's so many cool things coming up. You guys have been kind of watching some of the stuff we've been doing in the MP garage, talk about the projects. We did jump in full feet in on the new 2 Class 11 builds, getting those things ready for the 2021 season, kick off at King of the Hammers. You should see the unveiling of the car at that time in person. We'll be doing some testing, hopefully by the end of the year. And yeah, man, it's going to be cool. We have a full pack schedule between prepping the cars, full race prep going on all the cars, and then a full teardown and rebuild of the 9 car to get everything ready too, Class 9 car. So
it's definitely Corey. It's
Yeah, go
definitely really cool. I mean, for me, that I've never really been in a garage scene, other than kind of the basic little simple oil change type of thing. Just being able to capture all the content and the background behind a build, like it's amazing. I have to say, everybody down there in the MP garage, they really put all hands on deck out there.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's one of the things that you guys have probably seen, and kind of the stuff that we share a lot behind the scenes. It's not just to show, hey, look, this is what we're doing. Check us out. This is what's going on. It's more about to share that we're building cars and building projects with other people and companies and things within the VW hobby. For guys like Andy Kimball to come here from Buggin and get on a grinding wheel, put his face mask on, and start grinding and cutting pan halves out, or Pistol Pete, or the Sleds, or anybody else that comes down here. Dave Greiner coming in to hang out. Tiger from A1 supporting the project and builds. I mean, that's really what the philosophy is for me, is to kind of just utilize. Although we're only off-road racing right now for the most part because of the drag situation and COVID crap, but at least we're building something cool. We're being smart about how we're doing it, and we're bringing in people within the hobby, right, to do this. And it's not because we're paying them or doing anything else. It's more about just building it as a group, and it's more to it.
No, totally. You can totally see, like, from day one, everybody was engaged. They were definitely like, all right, this is my craft. This is what I can do. This is what this other person can do. And then all together as a collective group stick to what they know best. And they put in their input, and nobody has an ego. That thing gets checked at the door, and everybody just goes to work from once the 5 o'clock hits here until whenever everybody's like, all right, I think I've had enough. Let's call it a day. It goes, it goes nonstop. Yeah, we have our little breaks to drink our Monster, our Bang, or if
Monster, if you're listening,
or if you're into the whole smoking, you go do a little smoke break.
Yeah,
but it's really cool. Like I said, you're sharing the knowledge to everybody when we go on the lives, or me getting the content, and it captures everybody in their elements, and everybody, hey, what can I help you with? Or, once again, the ego gets checked at the door, and everybody comes in and puts their blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Yeah, more blood a lot of times, it seems like. But that's, you bring up a great point. I mean, it's about sharing the enthusiasm that we have for the little cars and what it's doing. And it doesn't even, you don't even have to be a VW racer or anything else. You just like the cars or want to be around good people. You check, like you said, you're checking your egos at the door, you're having fun. And the best part about a lot of this stuff is we're all learning from each other. We're all learning different things, and, trying to improve something. And I mean, you got guys that, man, it's 10 o'clock at night, and, alarm goes off at 3:30 in the morning for some of those guys. And they are on their way home from a 10 o'clock session here, and they're like, okay, same time next week. And it's like, we've got the set days, the kind of shop days and working on stuff. And now we're really going full bore to where it's 2 nights a week during the week and probably a weekend to get these cars, and the commitments that we've made to our partners to get these cars completed. And it's fun.
And to see it from a shell, to see it from the little rust bucket,
Stripping it.
to just dropping that down to the bare metal, cutting it up, and sending it off to sandblast and bringing it back. You're like, wow, all of this work has been done in under a week.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
we dropped the
crazy.
pans off last Wednesday, and we got them back on Monday, got the tubing material delivered today, and now we're putting pan halves in and building floor bars today on 2 cars
It's
and
crazy.
putting the torsion adjusters in, and it's just going to fly.
Man.
So it's going to be fun, man. And I really hope you guys enjoy some of that stuff. And if you guys do like those live streams, do you guys like them live to where you can ask questions and are active, or do you just like little story snippets? We want to know. I mean, you're the audience, so if there's something do you like the lives where you can interact on things? Do you like it to where you can ask a question or maybe take a closer look at something? Or is it something that you just want to kind of watch when you're thumbing through Instagram at 10 o'clock at night, taking your nightly dump? I don't know. It just give us the input. I mean, that's kind of what we're trying, all these different things to see really what you guys, the audience, likes and listens, so that we can curtail our media gathering and how we're going to do maybe a workshop night, or how we put out the next how-to video or a tech tip. Super important for us. We listen to every one of them. I'm telling you, we meet every week. We meet and talk about these ideas. So share them with us. We really dig it.
No, and it's important for you guys to be engaging with us, because we as a marketing group, we really take our job seriously. Although maybe some people don't think that we do, but we
Yeah.
actually do. We
love what we do.
We stay
It's
late.
fun.
We come in early, and we do it. We love it, and we want to do more to please everybody. And we get it. We might not be in everybody's good taste, but at least if you take a look at our content and you see a video, we're out there. We're sharing ourselves in the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah. I mean, you watch us, crack jokes, make, cut farts, everything else in the shop that goes along with the shop stuff. But I just, we've toyed with the idea of literally posting up a camera, letting it run live on Facebook or YouTube while we're working on the cars for an extended period of time. Could be 2, 3, 4 hours. Just let it run plugged in and get the feedback. What your thoughts, and just let you guys see what goes on. It could be jokes. It could be inappropriate things. It could be whatever. That's why we'll probably only do it on YouTube.
You can be standing around,
standing around for a minute,
pondering, thinking about the next move.
and then go off on a whole nother tangent about, you bring up what, Dancing with the Stars or something. Who knows? You never know what we're going to get. But,
Or catching Pokemons in the
oh
empty
yeah,
garage.
yeah. One of the guys will catch Pokemons because he gets distracted. But that's the fun stuff with this whole thing. And it's like it's we've been given a wide berth to really be creative and let us have some fun. And us having fun is engaging with you guys. We don't get always to see you guys at the shows, and everybody's life is busy. Mm-hmm. That's why we now put the show on iTunes. So plug for iTunes. Check out the Ampy Insider on iTunes. But at the same time, we want to know what do you guys like? Like we talked about. I mean, what is it you want to see? I think Week brought up a great idea. Always thought about setting up a live cam, but work never do. Yeah, I see you've been. I watched you the other night messing around, wrestling with a tranny on an engine stand, trying to get it up on there and stuff like that. So the tech tips is a great idea, Lucas. That's that's the stuff that we really want to hear. Because that's stuff that'll be cataloged. So it'll once we do the live, we'll save it. It'll be on YouTube, and you can go back to it. But it'll be a fun way for you. And the cool part about a lot of that stuff is, like YouTube with your phone, you can let it play while it's just sitting there running. You don't have to do it with Facebook or, turn to the side or something comes in. It'll still go, especially if you do the new iOS software. It's really neat. So, but yeah, we love that kind of stuff. For marketing, when does the crew get matching orange and blue coveralls? We will never do orange and blue coveralls. I should say never.
Just
we
for
most
that,
likely will not do orange and blue coveralls.
just for that, we're getting a new shipment coming in on Monday.
Yeah, no. Orange and blue banana hammocks for you, so we have some fun.
Whoa.
But
Summer's over.
But that's it. I mean, we're working on. I mean, we'll talk about some apparel. I have some stuff that we're looking at launching and teasing you guys. So you brought into another great segue. But that's the other stuff. We're really at that stage right now where we're kind of preparing the last little bit of items that we already have in the works, coincided with maybe 2-3 little add-ons. So if there's something that you guys like us to see or maybe to think about, or maybe hey, it'd be really cool if you guys did this style of hat or this work cloth, or I'd sure like to have a rag in my toolbox that would be cool to have in. There's some cool stuff like that. I'm just giving you guys ideas of things that we've been really looking at and trying to expand upon. So no backwards banana hammocks, thank you. We definitely don't want to do that. Keep the hound eyes to yourself, thanks. Oh, man. But it's cool to hang out with all you guys, man. Fred Jolly, thank you for checking in. Larry Negrete Jr., as always, thank you for checking in. We missed you on Sunday. Many of you guys know the Negrete family is going to join the MP Racing team at Rage at the River. They have a long lineage of at least 2 to 3 generations of off-road racing. Great group of people, great family, solid as a rock. Fantastic carne asada tacos going down. So at the race, be ready. Rage
Carne
at the River.
asada tacos, you had me there.
They are awesome. So, Man Welder, thank you for checking in. Brings up a great point on there too. We are expanding the off-road side of the catalog as well. Many of us are out. We're testing stuff. We're creating new products and developing new things. And so these new products now are starting to come to fruition with bringing in off-road air boxes and suspension components. We're looking at some lighting that's going to be coming in, and a multitude of different things that'll be landing here shortly. And if there's something that you guys think would be a good idea for us to take a look at, send it. We're always looking for that idea. Patrick, polo shirts, much like this one here. Yeah, those are in the works, coming. Even like the Dickies Crew shirts, stuff like that, but not necessarily a Dickies brand. Pull out tool drawer with LEDs. That's pretty cool. Like a little toolbox or like a little round tool kit, like the one that you normally use in display on the background, the black one. Should a socket come with socket set could come with 2 10 millimeters. Maybe our friends at Boxo can make that happen. So, that'd be pretty cool. I think we should have fun with it. I know that there's a little wrench, a socket packet kit that they have, and I think it has 6 10 millimeters sockets in it. So we're definitely gonna have to bring that back for you. Good point. Are you bringing back cast buggy wheels? Not too likely unless we can get some more requests for them. To be honest with you, Lucas, we've had a lot of requests for like the early wide 5 Sprint Stars, but stuff in like an 8, 10, 12-inch wide wheel, like the old school stuff. So that's one of the most requested items that I've been asked during traveling last year when we could travel to shows and whatnot. A lot of guys were asking about really wide offset kind of buggy wheels or street rail buggies, stuff like that. Those are the things a lot of people were asking for. So if we can make it happen and get enough requests or a new design, I'd love to just do something different. So make it happen. Get more requests. Get a petition. Get something going.
Get it signed.
Carl, explain to me what you mean by a pull-out tool drawers with LEDs. Like, are you talking about something for us to keep in the car or whatnot? Another item that we'll give you a little in the works thing is a tool roll. With our friends at Boxo, we're working in design, discussing, talking about doing a tool roll that'll pretty much have all the necessities, wrenches and ratchets in the small socket set, screwdrivers, of course your 10 millimeter and a 36, but all your basic stuff that'll get you rolling in a tool roll that'll slide right underneath your passenger seat or behind your parcel tray or somewhere under the hood and just strap it down. Even potentially putting a magnet on the inside so it'll actually stick to like the inside of under the hood or on top of the gas tank or something like that. So just some options for like the daily driver guys. I sure could have used some tool sets today though. I think I got a clogged jet in the bus.
Oh,
so
man.
That was not fun, or an accelerator. with going bad. It's not right. So I had to gimp it here,
Oof.
but we'll get it fixed. Hopefully, get that done today. Man, stuff's coming down the pipeline too, though. But just some of the basic things happening. Obviously, the event this weekend with Bobby Miller and the drag racing event at Verona, Lucas Hands event coming up, and then right around the corner we have Rage at the River. And I'm really interested. And Lucas, you can chime in because you're really out into this stuff. But how many Class 11 cars do you think we're going to get at Rage at the River? And I'll even do a better one. If anybody wants to put their guess besides Lucas Hand in this in the comments here, give us your guess of how many Class 11 cars will take the green flag on December 12th. I will, closest winner to that, I will send you a little Impy swag bag. You have a t-shirt and some goodies for you. So comment down on that, send us a DM, we'll get you going and put you in the contest and we'll register you. So I think it'll be something fun. Rumor has it, though, I think we're going to see somewhere in the 35 to 50 cars, which will be boggle my mind. If we can get to 35, it'd be crazy. So should be fun. Should be fun.
That was my number, 35.
Yeah, 35 is kind of the goal. But I think we're going to exceed that just by sheer popularity and the money that's going up.
It's really cool to see this whole side of the Class 11 and the off-road side grow. From when I started working here, I've seen it develop to where it's at right now.
Heck yeah.
And it's really nice. And even with the drag races being closed, like you see the cross platforms, supporting each other, especially when it comes to the VW community. And it's really cool to see that.
Heck yeah. It's awesome. It just shows they're alive and well. We talked about Michael Anderson, 13 Class 11s. I think we're going to be a little short. Wink saying 38. So we'll make sure we note these all down. Michelle, 37. I think you guys are all right in there. I think you're kind of staying around my number, though. It's kind of interesting.
Right.
I think you got a little free gimmick. We'll just wait to see what you think.
Who's the one that's going to go over?
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody just say 50.
Exactly.
Just so we can have that one person.
Yeah, look, Moose checking in from Australia. Appreciate it. Thanks for checking in.
Yeah, shout out to everybody from all over the world. I mean, it's crazy to see how far we have reached. I mean, we reached all the way to the UK, South America, China. Like even in our little area here, it's really the numbers that people listen, and even the videos it's amazing.
It's awesome. I mean, we couldn't do it without any of these guys watching, so it's dope. Darren, great point, man. I am super stoked. You guys might have seen yesterday some through social media, but the King of the Hammers dates have been released. But the big news is the Class 11 race at the King of the Hammers, which should be an absolute kick in the pants. Big payout, big entry fee. Talking $1,000 per car, but you're talking about a $20K plus payout. So it should be pretty badass. Yeah, Lucas, how many make Sunday? That's fine. I'm just curious to see how many we get started. When I started racing 1-1600 cars, we could have almost 200 cars. That's crazy, man.
Wow.
But that was like 400 years ago, I think. So, but it took a great point that I tried to make the other night was that the last Battle at Primm, which is a real big popular race and a lot of a lot of cars. I think they had over 315, 310, whatever it was the number. Over 300 cars took the starting flag, the green flag on Saturday, and I would venture to tell you damn near half of them were VW powered, which is pretty badass. I mean, there's so many cars that were VW powered, which is really cool. It shows that everything's going alive and kicking and growing every single day. So it's pretty awesome. I'm trying to read through these comments, guys, so bear with me. It was almost gone. Remember, in the back of the Hobby W's, they used to highlight the off-road races. Yeah. Wink, I'm telling you, man, I bugged Shin. I've got Shin out from Hot VWs out to Glen Helen. I mean, that happened, what, was that in August or something we had that? We still don't have the coverage in it. So we need you to push for them. Drop them a DM. Send them a message. Tell these guys we want to see more off-road racing. You know, we fed him food, we got him fed and watered, and put him out there and let him have some fun. And he had a blast. I just wish we could get more content out of it, especially local stuff that's in our backyard, where it's Hot VW's based. It is Hot VW's, and it's 30 minutes away from the Mecca. So pretty cool. Rick, I hope you're right, man. I 43 class 11s.
All right, our first high number
would be freaking awesome. I would love to make that happen. The crazy part of it is if they still do it, I would love to see 43 class 11s doing a land rush start. I mean, how many of you guys enjoy the land rush start where we all just going for the first corner? I think that's absolutely badass, you know?
I think when it's a land rush, it just creates that nice, I guess, that nice momentum of like that adrenaline rush that like, I got to get to my car and just go.
Yeah. It's intense, man.
And at that point, it's anybody's like lead. Anybody can just take it. And it's up to you to keep it.
Well, on that first corner is a killer, right, Pete? But overall, I mean, just that first corner with everybody diving in, kind of fighting for position is badass. And we got the taste of that at Glen Helen this year, and we had a blast until that first freaking mud hole. Good Lord. That was brutal, man. Losing sight and vision and hoping you just don't get blasted. I got hitting from behind, and it's fun, man. Mike, I totally agree with you. Land rush, everybody, land rush start. I just think it's going to be an absolute kick in the pants. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, all my team is happy. We're stoked. Everybody's kicking butt, getting ready. So it should be an absolute blast. Everybody, thanks for checking in and still chiming in and dig it all. It's always cool to see everybody doing that land rush start. But, we're with you. So he has the balls not to lift. Yeah, I mean, Pistol P, he's the one that put it up on its side, Lucas. So call the Sletton brothers on that one. He's here in the shop right now working, so we'll have some fun. But yeah, man, we totally dig it. We love the feedback. We like kind of some of the stuff that you guys are giving us, so it gives us some new ideas. Like I said, Tuesdays are our showcase day for us too here, but it's also a chance for us to go down in the shop, do some work, put some work, build on the new projects, and then kind of get in behind that. Somewhere between now and the next couple of weeks, probably before Rage, we're going to get the double cab in here, get the new motor in the double cab. We got a nice little 2-liter for it. We got a nice new right gearbox freeway flyer for it, and some tires and wheels. And we're going to get that thing back and rolling in really good shape. And then slowly behind that, we're going to jump on the 63 Ragtop project. So we're really hoping to get that going. Some of you guys saw that. It's a little glimpse of what we're getting ready to do. But we got that 63 Ragtop bug, just a painted shell. It's going to be a nice little driver for us. Not a showstopper or nothing like that, but a fun, good driver that'll make good power. Cruise it, drop the top, and sunroof down, and go out and have some fun. What kind of retail pricing on those new valve covers? I think those new valve covers are going to retail somewhere around $399. Probably about where they go for the full kit with the 2 valve covers, the hardware, the O-rings, the normal stuff. And they're bitching. I can tell you that right now. They're cool.
Even I was amazed when I shot the pictures for them.
It's just sexy, man. That's
right?
all there is to it. Just
you guys saw that IG pic? Woo. That was all me. That was all me.
You must have get a little rating on that one. A couple of things we're messing with. Obviously, with the certain times that we're dealing with, we have some prototype new MB masks. We'll try to run this one here. Let's see if that'll work for you. Come on. So got a little Orby there on the side, and then a nice little MP there. What do you guys think of that stuff? Just giving you guys are seeing first article samples of some cool stuff. A new little the neck gaiter, the face mask that kind of goes over your head and you stretchy and you pull it up over your mouth and nose and all that stuff. So another new sample piece, and then something cool, just something different. Little drawstring bag. We kind of use that one there. Just put your belongings in there, load it up, cinch it up, and now it's a backpack for you to roll on out. So a couple of cool new things that we're working on, just having some fun again, just trying new stuff and seeing what you guys like. I need some of those, bro. Which ones? I just showed you 3 different things. Can you be specific, man? But what do I expect? Another desert racer. That's one of my co-pilots right there, Ricky. He's one dumb enough to sit inside the car with me and go out and raise some hell. Yes, we know your birthday's coming up, and we'll get you taken care of. Need helmets, helmet head socks. Yeah, I mean it's the sourcing that, Darren, is not necessarily the issues. It's more about the stuff that comes along with it. It's easier for you just to call Pyrotech and order one for $10 or $20, whatever it is, and get it here. It's real simple, and get it done. It's just not what if we got enough requests for it, we're going to do it. I know with the Lucas Oil stuff that we've got coming up, I mean, they're very strict on safety equipment. So socks, shoes, head sock, gloves, the normal stuff that we're not really required to wear in a lot of realms for desert racing. It's pretty crazy. Thank you, Lisa. Love all the promo stuff. Awesome. We got a lot of cool new things coming, even backpacks, guys. So stay tuned. We have some really, really, really nice OGO-based backpacks that are coming out. They will not be cheap, but they will be well worth it, and you'll want to rock it. Rick, I got you on the Impy Gator. Brad, do you offer wide 5 disc brake kit with the Willwood calipers? Not yet. It is coming. We will hopefully have some new part numbers set up very, very, very soon. Stay tuned. Just hang tight on that one, but we will. All the certs for that, are crazy. Yeah, it was Lucas, exactly. It's too much of a legal nightmare to get involved with the safety equipment. That's not what we want to do. We'd rather point you into one of our partners that we already have a working relationship with, whether it be Simpson, whether it be Pyrotech, to get you guys situated with the safety equipment. So, does anyone make a cordless charging station that's built inside a toolbox for drills? Carl, I don't know, man. I mean, if anybody's got it, dude, I would think Milwaukee. And you got to remember, don't always look at the Milwaukee stuff at Home Depot. Get on Milwaukee's website and get on their social media and start checking it out. Because I can tell you, I found some freaking awesome hidden gems that were not on Milwaukee, regular Home Depot or just stuff like that. I've literally did some dorking searching around and found some really cool things that Milwaukee makes that is not just right out in the public. So do some due diligence on that, and you will probably thank me later. They have some cool stuff.
And we know this because we have them down in our shop.
It comes to gadgets and gizmos and who's it's and what's it's. We pretty much got it covered. What do you guys think about inviting in, guys like JMR, right, who make the tube bending machine that we have, the hydraulic tube bender? What do you think about having guys like that coming into the showcase, coming into the shop and doing a little showcase and talking about their product and giving a little education on that? Or would a live feed about welding tips come down to be helpful for some of you guys? What are some of the things that you guys would like us to do? Maybe some 2 to 5, 10-minute clips on Tipwiser or tech tips or something like that. Let us know. We'd love to kind of hear that kind of stuff, because those are slated, but it's like how much of depth do you want to see on it? Do we want us to go live the whole time while we're building the roll cage with JMR? Do we want to do something like that? I don't know. We'd love to hear. Please share that with us. Salud from Peru. Yes, I cannot wait to hopefully someday get down and check all that stuff out, man. That'd be dope.
Saludos a todos los de Sudamérica, Perú. Desde acá, saludos.
There you go. Now, where is that SAP button? Cool. I'm working on my Spanish, man. I'm just a little shy right now to still speak it. I got 3 more weeks before we head to Mexico, so
You learned 2 more words.
I got it. I'm yes.
No
Sí.
Nintendo y por favor.
Poor favor. What do you recommend for diff in an IRS car? Is it locked up? No, actually, right now in our transmissions in the entire team, we're running the regular MP Super Diff in the IRS, and then we're running the regular diffs, the MP swing axle diff in that as well in the swing axle cars. So there's really nothing necessarily unique, or these are all off the shelf items that you can get that are affordable. That's the first and foremost thing. It's affordable and it's holding up. And knock on wood, we've had 0 transmission failures. Up until when they hurt the car at Battle of Primm, it cost us, when he stuffed it, it hurt the car pretty good. So messed the gearbox up. But that was and they have a ton of miles on it. But any of the 11 cars, I'm running the MP Super Diff in mine right now. Good question. That's awesome. Thank you for checking in on that one. Jennifer Morton, definitely more info, the better. All right. But if you have any info that you're looking for specifically, share it. We'd love to know so we could assist and provide that. Explaining products and what you can do with them is always good. Yes. What products do you want to see? That's one of the things we try to showcase here is some of the new stuff. But also if there's, we get the heart, and the reason why I'm telling you guys some of this stuff too, and I guess we'll kind of get into a little bit, is that we do get so many different DMs, every single day. Some of, they're just, you got to decipher between some of it is inexperience in some parts. Some of it is learning curve. Some of it is just unsure. And some of it is a part question or a problem or whatever it may be. But it's hard to really get into what you guys would like to see. So we're all for it. That's kind of why we give you snippets of the engine dyno room or the carb testing section. But is there like, hey, we want to see how to rebuild a 44 HPMX. Dude, perfect. We're in. Like, would you like it? Like, we'll do a full rebuild on it. We need to know what you want. Like, that's what we're here. We're here to serve you guys as the community, as the hobbyists. We'd love to do whatever we can do to make it better. Hopefully with the COVID crap, we can actually have a Saturday or a weekend clinic one day and have a little fab session or something cool. In response to tube building and welding demo, would love to see the pros. There we go. So we will probably do a welding demo tonight if everything goes well. We'll probably set up and do some welding anyways. We'll start off with regular MIG welding. Talk about some settings, talk about some of the stuff we're doing. But one of the things that we do have slated, Jennifer, is that we're going to invite JMR down, who's the manufacturer of the hydraulic tube bender. We already have our measurements and stuff like that for the cage, but to bring them in, talk about the position, where we want it, how do I want to lay it out, be great info for you guys. The notching, the notcher we use, the lubricant we use to do the notching. Like, we can get as elaborate as you guys will like. We just want to know what you'd like so that we can really chase down that rabbit hole, essentially, because it can go pretty deep. Let's see here. Carb adjustment valve. Yeah, that's great, Lucas. I mean, those are all great. Carb adjustments, valve adjustments, suspension setup. We can talk about a lot of that stuff. So those are all great points, man. Thank you for sharing those. Those are all awesome. And those are the stuff that we will get into, especially when we get the dyno room kind of just more product on it. I think we'll probably do a nice little tuning session on the motor before we put it in the bus. That has a set of 44 HPMXs on it and stuff like that. We'll talk about dual carb sync in, and hopefully we can get the master Jack Sacchetti himself to give it a good once over. So be fun. When are you going on the show, Lucas? Hopefully we'll get Lucas on here very soon and talk about some of his history. And for many of you guys don't know, Lucas's family and his grandfather has been racing this stuff since forever. So to have a guy like that on the show to talk about stuff and to watch the weird guys staring at me from outside the window, to have him and his, talk about his legacy and the history and stuff like that would be pretty cool. So love to have you, Lucas. Next time you're in Cali, let's make it happen.
I have to say, man, having all these guests come through here or even call in, it has been amazing. Like, everybody's knowledge, everybody's stories, it just adds to this legacy, this whole VW culture.
Yeah, what'd you guys think of having, just even recently, like Magnus Walker on? It's like, dude, it's like you go from looking at a SEMA builds to sitting 2 feet across from me is pretty badass, and to share the stories and guys, we got way more in store with working alongside him and hopefully getting him on the future shows and doing some other stuff.
Yeah, no, it's to see the man himself come in and just be like one of the boys. It's just makes you feel like, all right, we're one of the boys.
I'm in a good spot, man. You're in a great spot, and we have some fun.
And you learn. I mean, even the littlest thing just enlightens you and just makes your day a little bit better. Just talking and just shooting the breeze with them.
I think for me, I really just enjoy the life stories. You always want to just sit and listen sometimes from people and that have made it in certain realms that maybe you aspire to do or something you're really passionate about. Like I want to learn to be really good at things like Lucas Hand is and drive Class 11 cars and tell good stories. And so, I to sit with somebody like that and to learn about their, leaving Europe and just going on a hope and a prayer and getting into that whole life and why they carry the Porsche little Hot Wheel in his pocket anywhere around the world and where that thing's been. And all those, like you're saying, all those little intricate stories, dude, that's just awesome.
Yeah,
And that's just not just him. I mean, it's just cool to hear how, if you really take a step back and you look at some of the guests we've had, like the back-to-back weeks where we had Ian Roussel and you had Magnus Walker back-to-back weeks. Mm-hmm. Ian's a New Yorker that literally picked up and said, I'm going to go build cars, and the best place to do that's in California. And to pick up and move and to do that. And then you look at on the flip side and you go, Magnus Walker's like, man, I'm chasing a dream and passion about fashion or whatever, and to pick up and leave Europe on a whim. I mean, you've got to be able to risk it, man, to make it. And like some of these things that are out there, you can relate that to your life or racing. You're going to risk it. Your checkers or wreckers, man. You're either going to make it and you're going to cross this finish line, or you're going to end up on your lid. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So
yeah, and even when you're on your lid, you flip over and
you got a cool story and you got a cool bucket as a prize. Thanks.
Hey.
Real cool, bud.
Hey, you know what? On a good side of that, like you've learned from it. Even if it was on the first try, you got up and you're doing it again. You're not stopping, and that's one good thing.
Resilience,
not
or stupidity.
Not a lot of people can bounce back. And you know what? The fact that people can bounce back and move forward, that's the biggest commendation one can do for themselves and to move forward.
I appreciate it. That's cool, man. I could go all day inventing stuff. Dude, Carl, you and I could probably sit in the shop and talk about some of the crazy things that have gone through my mind to design and develop and just to when you see a need or like there's a better mousetrap, man. It's pretty dope. Let's see. Moose suspension other than the King stuff, arms, bushings, mounts. Yeah, I mean, if we were smart, we should have showed how we rebuilt the arms and pressed the ball joints back in and what ball. I mean, we'll use it for example. People ask what ball joint, right? Everybody's like, oh, you got to run this ball joint or you got to run this ball joint. Like, guys, all three of our team cars that are ball joint front end, the two Wilkie's Class 11, the Class 9 and my Class 11, all run the Impy Chinese ball joint without fail. It's not a mystery. It's nothing crazy. It is the lowered one for suspension movement, but they work proper when they're set up proper.
I think people need to just take that chance. If you're second guessing certain things, especially after the negative side of things, sometimes guess what? You can take another chance to it. Just open up your eyes and move forward with it, right?
Yeah, it's and if you're unsure, just give it a try. We'll work together. We'll work on developing new stuff, and that's how we all rise to the top. Is we try to fix and learn, whether it's learning from a guest or learning from an experience of testing. But we're all going in the right direction, man. That's what it's about. Let's see. I made a work jacket of this. I like this idea. I made a work jacket with LEDs built in on the end of the sleeves. Hands-free lighting. No more holding a light in your mouth or when you need to use both hands. This is one of my Shark Tank inventions. I went to the casting call in Indiana. Hashtag Carhartt. Hopefully you got paid for that one, Carl. I did have a stint on a pilot episode personally of the UPS Shark Tank, and was a guest and contestant on that. And some of the guys that were like Henry Ines, the president of the Dragon Fund, and a couple other guys. So there was a off show, some interesting antics, and we'll share that over a cold beer and a taco one day. So a lot of fun. Very cool story, Carl. That's awesome. Hopefully you got that, and now I'm gonna have to look it up at Carhartt just to see if that was a license deal. Dig it. Guys, this freaking hour flew by. Like just a minute ago, we looked and it was 30 minutes deep. So I was going to be a short, quick episode today just to say, what's up? Check out some new stuff. Question. My question for you guys. Hats. Do you like the trucker hat or do you like a flex fit hat? Or how about a flex fit trucker hat that does like a small, medium, large, extra large, and curved and flat bill? I kind of want to know. We're developing some new stuff, and right now is the perfect times how to select the right item. So love to hear it. Love to have it from you guys. Dig it. Love it. And let's see. Yeah. There's so much cool. I get so I start looking at all the stuff behind me, and it's like I can't quite show it yet because it's not ready or this and that. And we're working on this, but just know that we're working on a lot of cool stuff, man. But we'd love to hear it. Lucas. So my answer for class 11 will be 38 entries for Rage. That's cool. Trucker hat, flex fit, no flat bill. So we got something for you then. Trucker hat, snapbacks. Come on, Lucas. Let's be honest, dog. We know that snapback is on the last one.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
Hey, they have those adapters for them.
They have like a little, like that belt extender or something, like an airplane and shit.
Nothing wrong with that.
Because I know I got a dome, and I know you got one too. So I feel your pain. Yeah. I tell one of my buddies, you can get your hat out in front of the Angel Stadium. It's just on a big lift. Oh, at least he's got hair. Gee, that's original. Don't you know bald is beautiful, man? Come on. But anyways, guys, as always, I'm just thankful that we get to do this thing and hang out with you guys for an hour every single Tuesday. And I've made a commitment to you guys that I'll be on and do my best to make it every single Thursday, every single Tuesday. And I think it'll be cool. I think we are going to do, so DKW shows coming up in Mexico. 5th and 6th of December. I'll be down there a little bit earlier, checking out some of the local VW scene and some of the shops. But expect a live MP Insider show on each day, Saturday the 5th and Sunday the 6th of December, live from Mexico City's DKW show, which is going to be, it is like their Treffen. It is the hand-picked cars, best of the best of the best, inside the building, but then around the entire complex, and just the scene is just overwhelming, I guess. And from what we hear, it is phenomenal. Alex, who chimed in earlier on the show, he's a main promoter of the show, and super excited and thankful for the opportunity to be invited down there and have gear set up for us to do a live show. So be prepared for that. Mark your calendars now. We'll be doing lots of Instagram and Facebook lives while in Mexico City, December 5th and 6th, and at the DKW show. So I'm super excited about that one. The flights are booked, hotels are booked, and I cannot wait to check this thing out. I hear phenomenal things about it. So, hey, there we go. Right. Hi, Miss Tally. How are you? Good to check in. Thank you very much for checking in, as always. Shout out to you guys. Wishing you all the best during this time. So, with that being said, guys.
Can I plug one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. This one's like for my Coast Guard family. So, a moment for Brandon Posey, Edward Agundez, Michelle Williams, Laura Thomas, Jonathan Apkes, Joe Klemenzik, Joe Jorgensen, Eric Shadowin, Joseph Delita, Samuel Guzman, and Janice Bowman. So happy Veterans Day to you guys. It's tomorrow, so enjoy it.
That's awesome, guys. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. This is kind of a special episode for us to share the seat, share the desk with a veteran. When it makes it more special that it's one of our own. So thank you all the armed forces who served. Wish we could share more of it tomorrow with you guys. And we'll be on next week, Tuesday at 3:00. You know what time, where to be. And as always, from me to you, thank you very much for making this happen and making this the fastest growing VW show on the internet. We'll catch you next week. See ya.